Well, hello folks, I'm going to show you how to take apart an MD-380 UHF TYT TYT digital mobile radio. This radio was accidentally placed in water. I have no idea if it was damaged. My son actually found it in a pitcher and he took it out and took the batteries out and let me know it was immersed. We didn't turn it on. As you can see, I've already got the back battery off. That just pops out. All you have to do is just push this thing and the battery slides right out. I've also got the knobs for the channel selector and the on and off knob removed. Those are just simply, you just pop those right out. You pop them right out and put them in a little cup as I do. If it follows other models, I had this happen to a couple of other models. I had it happen to a Bofeng, and I had it happen to my Kenwood THF6, which is a tri-bander. That I really like that radio, and that one was also dunked in water. So I've already disassembled those. There are other videos out there that cover that, but I did not find a video to take apart the MD-380, and I wanted to do that here since I didn't find one. Thought I'd make one. So, like the other models, you have to take off these nuts here. These are simple slotted nuts on top that just hold it to the chassis and also for the antenna. The easiest way I do is I just use a pair of needle nose. I engage the two slots that are in there and I just start it. All you have to do is just start it. Now it's nice and easy. You do it for the channel selector or the zone selector, whatever the selector knob you want to call it. And then you also do it for the antenna until you got them fairly free. You want to feel it pretty loose. And you can just take the screwdriver. You have to have a straight, very small slotted screwdriver. You also have to have a very small number 1 point Phillips head, and also a number 9 Torx bit. There are a lot of different makers for these things. I'm sure you can find one. This one's from Cobalt, which is, I think, available from Lowe's. So all I do is I just engage one of these slots. I'm not sure you can see the slot there, but each one of these has a slot. And all you have to do is just engage the slot and keep turning it counterclockwise, and it will eventually come off the shaft. Yeah, that one's pretty. That one's almost done. Yeah, that's got to be done. Yep, that one's out. That goes in my little coffee cup. Now the selector switch in the middle. Same thing. You just engage a slot, and you can simply just turn the screwdriver, and it will come out. Again, it's out. Coffee cup. Now the antenna is a little larger, so you might have a little torquing problem here. And I do. Now that nut is off. Looks like it's solid gold. That goes in the coffee cup. Now, top is loose. This one probably has a spring underneath. I'm not sure, but I'm going to assume. Here comes my son. There's one screw that's loose. Yeah, it feels loose. Maybe it don't come out. Sometimes they put retainers in. No, this one's spring-loaded. I can feel it. So keep your index finger and your thumb on the opposite hand holding that in. There's my two screws. Got them out. You go in the cup. Now, very carefully. And the spring is retained. You can see right in there the spring is retained, so you don't have to worry about that. In the coffee cup. Making a video. That was the one that found it. Hopefully found it with enough time to save it. I'm just taking apart the bottom one with a number 9 Torx. Bottom 2, holding the chassis to the escutcheon, which is the plastic piece here. Not sure those are going to pop loose on me. I'm going to take the bit out. It's easier to manipulate this way. Yeah, it's loose. And that is definitely loose. Surprised they don't come on. There we go. We pop the bottom out a little bit. Yeah, there goes a little bit of water. You can see right there a little bit of water come out the bottom. Got one screw out. Now this one will pop out eventually. So like the other ones, basically you pop the bottom out a little bit. And you work it out, sliding it this way as you bring the bottom up. You got to be careful because it's probably attached. And it feels like it is. It's attached to 2 points. You look inside there, you can see that the bottom by my thumb, there's a ribbon cable that's attached. Looks like it's attached to the keyboard. And on top is the speaker, red and black. It's attached to the speaker. You got a good look there, right there. So we're going to have to find a way to get that off. I see it. Well, the top, you can just take that right out. See, that comes straight up. And the bottom, you got things flapping out. Oh, there goes my screw. That's what came out. Looks like the bottom, there's a little bit of a, yeah, there's a rubber seal. See that rubber seal right here? That's different from the other models. That's loose. And that probably, if it saved it at all, that's probably what saved this radio. But I don't know, I see some corrosion on here. Looks like this might have some problems. But I'm going to take and try to get my fingers on this large cable kind of on the back circuit board. Put straight away. This might be like a typical. Having a little difficult time getting this one out. Let's see if this needs a release, I think. Yeah, there it is. So what happens is, you see right at the very tip is a little lever. It cantilevers in to lock down the ribbon cable. You pop that up and that slides out. Now your main chassis is disconnected from your front. I can see some water on here. And this is just a keyboard. I'm probably going to want to take this apart just to expose the code. Yeah, I've got a little bit of something on here. I don't see a battery, so that's a good thing, but I got a feeling that this is probably going to suffer more damage from the water than the other two. But we're going to leave that for a minute. Let's take and pay attention to this for a while. This is the back, and as you can see, there's some water damage right here by this IC. So this is a semiconductor. No, this is a transistor here. There's a little bit of corrosion on the circuit board. There's some right here as well. So this was definitely energized when it was introduced to the water. And I'm going to guess that it's probably non-repairable. But we're going to try it out. And hopefully this will power up, but I doubt it. I'm going to take off the rubber grommet just because I want it to fully expose the insides to the air and the heat. And yeah, it probably came right in there. I'm going to use a little bit of compressed air to try to blow it off. I got a little bit of corrosion here. Well, that's how you rip one apart. And once I get to a point where I can get this cleaned up a little bit up here, down here, get it tried out a little bit more, I'll take apart the keyboard side, and then we'll let it sit for a few days inside of a bag of rice in the heat. See if I can try it out, and then put it back together. That's all for now.